So, with a lot of what's been going on recently with the pandemic and um, just the fact that it's very much made clear a lot of the issues, systemic issues we've had in this country for a while for some folks who are kind of new to the issues that a lot of people, a lot of communities typically face and how they're exacerbated by this time. I have thought that one of the things that has been most helpful for me in kind of navigating the current situation and the fact that we're all dealing with a lot of collective grief right now is to focus on the joys. Of course, depending on the day, there aren't as many joys to focus on depending on what's going on in your current situation. But I do think it for me has been helpful to think about those ways that we can still have fun, be fun, and take a step back from kind of all the bad things that are happening right now to at least focus on some of the good. And one of the things I found most fascinating about the writing community in particular is we've been doing a lot of work to share stories, poems, and essays from others right now. We have been doing a lot to help promote our peers who maybe had a book launch or other event right now that was canceled or delayed. And I think we can continue to do that. So one of the things I want to do now is share one of my favorite love poems because I feel like, this is, if there was any time to share the fact that poems can be light and don't always have to deal with some of the heavier things we've got going on, now it's time. So this is Kidnap poem. It's from this book here by Nikki Giovanni, Love Poems. And I first picked this up at a Barnes & Noble, I think in Chicago, when I was still living there. It was purely an impulse buy, but it has quickly grown to become one of my favorite collections of poems because it's nice to be able to remember that we can, again, just celebrate things and that, while some poems do have to deal with some, heavier stuff, we can have some lighter things. So here's Kidnap poem by Nikki Giovanni. Ever been kidnapped by a poet? If I were a poet, I'd kidnap you, put you in my phrases and meter, you to Jones Beach, or maybe Coney Island, or maybe just to my house, lyric you in lilacs, dash you in the rain, blend into the beach, to compliment my sea, play the lyre for you, ode you with my love song, anything to win you, wrap you in the red, black, green, show you off to mama. Yeah, if I were a poet, I'd kidnap you. What I love so much about that poem too is this, it shows the playfulness and the lightness of love. It comes with its heavier things, but at its onset, and for its continuation, love can be such a fun and playful thing. And I think we can just continue to do more of that, where we can share the joys that we have, some of the fun and playful things we're doing. And of course, we're doing it in more confined spaces these days, a lot of us. But, where we can, let's just keep up the joys. Let's keep up the playfulness and the fun. And, I've said this before, but we're going to get through this. We've come through a lot of adversity, and I think that, when it's coming from within our community, speaking to it, not some large commercialized message about how as a nation we're going to get through this, but as people, as individuals, and as the communities that hold us together, the smaller communities, I do think that we have some pathways for growth and for love and for joy in all of this. So let's keep it up. Let's do what we can, hold each other close, whether that be in person for our immediate folks or virtually for people across the way. Let's check in on our friends, our peers, our colleagues, see how people are doing, and spread what joy and love we can. Thanks.